searching this location for intel?
Lieutenant marked. Marking target. Watch the background. I got a target carrying submachine guns. I got another. That's 5. Just spotted one with submachine guns.
Roger, let me get in position.
Let me get into position.
Move into a better position. Roger that. Target marked.
Got the target.
I've got the target. Hold up. Let me get a good sight line. Ready to engage.
I'm shooting these fuckers. Oh, that
Check
was
it out.
messy as
Weapons
shit.
case. This will go nice with my boots. Tango down.
Enemy activity. Stay sharp.
All right, we're all clear.
Check this spot out for intel. Heads up, hostiles in the area.
Hey, an Unidad soldier. Over by the crate of comm gear.
This is DJ Perico hollering at you from Santa Blanca Radio. On the line with me, I have Marcus Jensen, a young chemist SB hired right out of college. Now, you might be familiar with his work if you snort cocaine like I do. He's now teaching classes in Libertad on how to make that high-quality polvo blanco. Thanks for calling us, Marcus.
Thank you for having me, Perico.
So, I'm no expert in making cocaine,
Target acquired.
but I know it's easy enough that you can cook it in a shack in the woods.
This is absolutely true. However, I've been working with the gringo
That tango's down.
more efficient, more effective cooking techniques. Cheese,
¿Qué tal?
processes will make much more product much faster.
Okay, faster? I can get behind that idea.
These new methods, using good lab
I
equipment.
suppose that's what passes for an Unidad recruiting station.
This is what I'm teaching at Libertad.
Magnifico! If you're listening out there and you're looking for an opportunity to get some higher knowledge, check out Marcus Jensen School in Libertad. Inscripciones abiertas todo el año. Thanks for coming on the show, Marcus. And now, back to
I got eyes on a weapons case. Awesome. I could put this to use.
Siempre Madre Tierra nos ubica y nos protege todos nuestros años. Te pedimos perdón por nuestras especies, por no escucharte, por no respetarte, por abusar de ti. Llévanos con tu energía sutil al equilibrio del mundo. Y tu sabiduría infinita permítenos ser aliados con el Pachimama, ofrendamos nuestras acciones puras y negras y expectativas. Guíanos de nuevo en ti.
Hello. Get out.
Call Pakatari for some reinforcements.
Copy that. We have men on the way.
Good people of Bolivia. Why do you work in the coca fields every day? So Santa Blanca can beat you down and pay you shit?
Changing your mind for our Sicario friends.
So you can become slaves to the cartel? I say no! We are born free, and we cannot live in chains. Take up arms with our hermanos, and no one can
That
set
goddamn momentum's taking a lot of damage.
Stand together, and we will fight! Luchemos!
That momentum's taking too much damage.
Luchemos!
Why'd you shoot a civilian?
this? How long must we let them take our land? How long must we let them poison our children?
I copy.
How long must we let them destroy our country?
Open fire.
This will go on forever, I tell you. Until we take up arms, join
That's it, we're
forces,
clear.
and fight back. Alone, no one can stand up to the cartel's incredible power. But
Wait,
together,
Nico's mine.
there is no way they can stop us.
Looks like we've riled them up. Taking a shot.
That's a kill.
Shit, that hit him.
Fucking hell!
Come together and stand up against
Get to cover. Move. That emitter's getting fucked up, man.
Braga. Atari got his message out. That should get his people stirred up.
Kumpas, the people of Bolivia have begun to show much more support for the rebel forces. Some of my men entered the village and they were greeted with flowers and cervezas.
Great news, Pac. This fighting won't mean a thing without the people behind us.
I'm sorry to have doubted you. Our struggle has not stopped gaining momentum since you got here. Muchas gracias.
recognition of our sacred coca plant. The United Nations has prohibited it. Americans have been burning it for decades. And our own government has attempted to dictate how much of it we are permitted to grow. Our best ally in the continuing struggle against the legislation and the stigma against our ancient tradition is the Santa Blanca cartel. They already have killed many of you, and many of our neighbors have been aided by Esperanza Santa Blanca. The good they have done our country. It's undeniable. Support your local Santa Blanca affiliates. Santa
Hola.
Blanca is Bolivia's partner in bringing our traditions into the future.
Hang on, I'll drive.
Radio Santa Blanca.
Esto es ese vato.
Radio Santa Blanca. Con DJ Perico.
Dale, vato loco.
Let's roll.
The drone is up.
We've ID'd the Buchon as an American national named Marcus Jensen. He's heading to a meeting at the Witch Market. Go find Jensen and bring him to me.
5, we got company. Yo, cartel sniper. By the helipad.
I see a second
Watch
target.
out, place is rigged with an alarm.
Great. Mortars.
Unidad bird approaching. Stay down. Narco with a damn minigun. The fuel tank, see?
That makes 5.
Eso se merecían lo que les hicimos. Merecimos la libertad. Quítenos las cadenas. Sentido de
Target's marked. Standing by for go order. Target marked. Eyes on the target. Say the word, boss. He's dead.
I got a third.
Enemy spotted.
Sniper up in the tower.
Bad guys are marked. Waiting on you, boss. Target acquired. Standing by. Target lost.
Target down.
Looks like they're feeling froggy.
Ready? Fire, fire, fire.
Watch your step. These guys know something's up.
Weapons free.
Take cover.
This is a commendation. Looks like it came from a box of cereal, or the Air Force or something.
Come on, Jorge, be reasonable. My father's been doing business with you for the last, what, 15 years?
20
Man down.
years.
Yo, man
When
down.
your father, Senor Gallardo, first invested in the VIP gas extraction.
20 years. And now I hear you can't make it to Agua Verde for a couple of days. What is this bullshit?
Got one.
Oye, Carcita, everybody knows what goes on in Agua Verde. The cartel, the parties,
Hang
the
in there. I'm
girls,
coming to you.
the cocaine. You have to understand my position. I am the refinery chief here in Libertad. I have to keep up appearances.
Jorge, I had such high hopes for you. You were supposed to be the key speaker for our conference, Best Places to Work in Bolivia. I even had the presidential suite booked for you in Paraíso, Agua Verde. Of course, it would have come with
Everybody
all the
hold
perks
up, we got
included
hostiles in the area.
you know what I mean.
Carcita, I don't know what to say. I don't think I can...
You know what? Why don't we ask El Sueño what he thinks? I'm sure he could give you plenty of convincing reasons why you should really, really come.
Espere, wait. Ese cuate, Carcita. Let me check my agenda. I think I forgot to update some meeting that got canceled. I might have time to visit that girl.
Might?
I will have time. I will be there. You can count on me.
We searched this location for intel.
See you there then, Jorge. And take care of yourself in the meantime, yeah?
That was a fucking hoot. Nothing like swiping a helicopter to bring a day into focus.
Sí.
Some Unidad fuckers approaching. Going on.
Nuestras tropas han chocado con fuerzas enemigas sin identificar. Nos reportan.
Shitballs.
Take cover already.
Look at that.
Pretty good sized city considering the location.
Reminds me a little bit of Houston. Everything is built around the oil refinery.
No hay ningún contacto en la última posición conocida del enemigo. Comenzando búsqueda ahora. Nada que reportar por el momento. Continuamos con la búsqueda de los enemigos.
Okay, we're still alright.
Soldados enemigos. Enemigos rompieron contacto y se retiraron. Es hora de terminar la búsqueda.
We're entering the witch market.
El Mercado de las Brujas. This is where the locals come to buy good luck charms or love potions or even a curse for their enemies.
No shit.
Eyes up. If the intel is correct, Jensen could be here somewhere.
What in the hell is a guy like Jensen looking for in a place like this?
Whatever it is, it ain't good. Trust me.
Deploying drone. Eyes on Jensen. Take him alive. Hands. Show me your hands. Do it now.
Goddamn fascists. You've got no right. I'm an American citizen.
Stay where you are and put your hands on your head. Don't make me tell you again.
Yeah? Or what?
Shit, Jensen's getting
Back
away.
off! Get your goddamn hands off me!
You try that shit again and I'll put a bullet in both your legs. You read me? Now shut up and move. Open fire.
You've got the wrong guy.
We're good.
I'm not a
You all in
narco,
one
I
piece?
swear. Back off! I'm a scientist.
That LT's getting away.
Firing.
This is bullshit. You can't just arrest somebody for going to a fucking market.
Save it, Jensen. We know all about you and the cartel. What I don't get is this. You're a scientist, right? So what the hell were you doing at a place like the witch market? Get back to it.
Processing cocaine isn't just about solvents and reagents. Not the way I do it, at least. I get powders from the brew host that speed the process along and make the result more potent.
Yeah? Like what?
Like, fuck you. That's proprietary information. You want my secret recipe, you gotta pay for it. I'm a scientist. You got no fucking right, you hear me? You don't have any legal jurisdiction here. I mean, even if you did, I'm a U.S. citizen here on a legitimate work visa.
You're facilitating the manufacture of an illegal substance.
An illegal substance that provides income for a gang.
I'm not holding a gun to someone's head. I'm not making anyone take any drugs. People make their own choices. That's what individual liberty is all about.
Fair enough. Take this fuck outside and shoot him in the head.
Wait! What the hell?
You're right, Marcus. We don't have legal jurisdiction in Bolivia. So I'm gonna exercise my individual liberty and ask my associate here to blow your goddamn brains out.
Wait!
You got something to say?
Look, can we make some sort of a deal here?
Sure we can. You tell me what I want to know, and I won't put a bullet in your sociopathic skull.
Fuck! Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know.
That's all I'm asking.
Sniper's got us targeted.
Heads up, Nomad. Looks like La Gringa just hit her expiration date with the cartel.
What do we know?
The damage you've done to cartel production forced La Gringa to start cutting the purity of her coke to keep up with demand. Maybe she was playing for time, hoping she could get things back under control before Sueño noticed. If so, she bet wrong.
Now Sueño's gonna make an example out of her.
There's a crew on the way to her house right now. La Gringa's got nowhere to run.
Unless we give her a way out.
Exactly. I need you to haul ass and get to her house in Fujillo. Convince her she's better off with us than with Sueño and get her to the extraction point.
Hit the dirt, helicopter.
This is Bowman. Excellent work in Libertad. Stopping Jensen has halted training in the province, and losing the supply of precursor chemicals from VAV gas has crippled production. This will cost the cartel millions in lost product every day, which is gonna hit them where it hurts.
Copy that. Thanks for the good word. We're displacing to the next AO now.
Heads up, hostiles in the area. Hey now, we got a group of Sicarios. Hanging close to the helo.
¿Qué pedo, güey? Parece un todo, güey. La santa, cielo santa. Parece que va a llover. Ay, mamá, me estoy viendo. La santa, la santa.
I got the C4 primed.
They're gonna see you. Hold up.
Demo's primed and in place. Ready? Open fire.
Roger.
Se queda por aquí, cabrones.
¿Qué chingados espera? A partir de la madre con todo. Vamos a enseñarles quién manda.
Opening fire on these fuckers.
cartel's comms will give the rebels a reason to grow some balls.
He's gone.
We're clear.
Sure are a lot of lights and switches up here.
I'm in. Let's go. Enemy activity nearby.
Yo, 2 cartel gunmen.
Drone is up.
Over by the helo.
I got a third target. I've got eyes on the captain. Marking a captain. I got a target carrying submachine guns.
Copy. Target marked. Helicopter incoming.
Roger. Target acquired.
Ready to fire.
Shit, we got a sniper.
Engaging tangos. Sniper.
You guys ready? Fire.
Copy that.
Sniper, get down.
Target marked.
Got the target.
Motherfucker.
Hostile down. Good shooting. Let's clean up and move on.
Helicopter,
I'm
get
open
This
down.
metal has a coca plant on it. That's kind of cool.
No hostiles evident.
Choppers approaching.
I think that's all of them. We got company.
Placing
Stay
a mine for our Sicario friends.
You got a civilian down. What the fuck were you thinking?
Come on, engage. They're driving away.
Don't hit the truck. We need shit inside of it. Let's see what we can grab from that truck. That truck has shit we need in it. Don't blow it
On
up.
the fuel truck. Let's raid that fucker.
Fuck, man, that was a civilian! All right, let's roll. Copy.
Get ready. Fire.
Fucking hell!
Ready. Call the shot.
Fucking hell.
Sniper! Get to cover.
Mega cartel reinforcements.
Good work. I'll ping the rebels with a location. On the simulator.
Check the outside of the bar. You're gonna be alright, you hear me? I'm on the way.
Fuck took you so long.
Doctor, get down.
No hay señales de enemigos por aquí. Continúen los disparos. Tirador desconocido. Todas las tropas hostiles abandonar esta zona. Todas las unidades salgan del servicio. las unidades. Comiencen el ataque.
El Sueño's discovered that La Gringa's been cutting the purity of her cocaine, and he sent his people to kill her. Get to La Gringa and bring her in. She's got nowhere else to go.
No hay actividad enemiga en la última posición conocida. Intentando retomar contacto.
We're clear over here. God, these fuckers are sloppy.
We're clear on this.
Thanks for your help, Inakaro. You know, my father once taught me that me joining the rebels was a bad idea. But after that hospital thing, he's very proud. Out of me.
I'm taking the bike.
Going on menu.
God damn, that was close.
Go ahead without me. Tell Sicarios to join in the fight.
Shitballs.
Kill confirmed. I'm engaging signals.
Bufio village is just up ahead. Let's hustle and get to La Gringa before the cartel does.
Right behind you, boss.
That's a kill.
We rattled somebody's cage.
Got some rebels trading shots with the cartel. We want to back them up.
¿Dónde se metieron, culeros?
Fuck it.
Looks like some of Qatari's rebels are defending La Gringa's house.
What's going on here?
They go down.
Voy a mandar a ver a la gente.
That's a kill.
Tangos are marked. What's the word? Here they come. What's the play, boss? Eyes on the target. Target acquired. Stay ready to engage. Opening fire. There's one less bad guy.
En la cara, mijo, sé que están aquí.
He's history.
Voy a mandar a ver a la Virgen.
I've got the target.
Estos no se me pelan.
Who are you? What do you want?
We're your way out of this mess, understand? But we've got to move right fucking now.
I won't get far. Not like this. I know someone. He lives in a village not far from here. The rebels, they take their wounded to him when they can.
How well do you know that rebel doctor?
He won't talk to the cartel, if that's what you're afraid of. They don't scare him. He's the bravest guy I know. We met when I was working with the NGO. The fake NGO. He was the local guy.
And a few years and a few tons of coke later, he introduces you to the rebels.
He needed medicine and vaccines. I have the money.
I don't get you. What do you get out of playing both sides?
Hell if I know.
I came to Bolivia to help people. That's all I was trying to do.
Gotta hold on, Gringa. We've still got a ways to go.
I don't know about that. I'm going to shock.
Is she gonna make it?
She'd better. What were rebels doing protecting your house?
That Qatari must have sent them. To protect me. I feel cold.
Open fire.
We're good. Let's see if there's anything worth taking.
Engaging hostiles. Get back to business.
That Qatari must have sent them. To protect me. I feel cold. I'm starting to feel cold.
Why would Qatari protect the cartel scientists like you?
I've been using Sueño's money to buy medical supplies.
Pac didn't mention that shit to us.
How would I know?
I can't. Please. I've got to stop.
Don't quit on me now, lady. Sight's just up ahead.
¿Qué tal? ¿Todo bien?
Who are you? What do you want?
You know this woman?
What happened?
Believe me, Doc, it's better if you don't know. She's got a GSW to the shoulder. Can you help her?
Sí, por supuesto. Leave her with me. I'll do everything I can.
We'll buy you all the time we can, but you need to work fast. I've got a feeling Sueño's not done with her yet. Put a call to the rebels for some reinforcements. Fire!
Copy that.
Contact. Sueño sent another crew after us. Take him down.
I have a shot. Engaging. We got a chopper coming.
We got a fucking man down.
Frag out.
Hang on, I'm coming. Thanks, man.
Frag out.
What's the word, boss?
We've given the doc all the time we can. One way or another, we're getting La Gringa out of here. Okay, Gringa. Time to go.
Please, just give me a minute. You stopped the bleeding, but I got a ball of lead in my shoulder.
The cocktail the doc just gave you? I bet you can't even feel your face, let alone that bullet.
You got me there.
We're leaving. You feel like you're gonna keel over or puke, just look at the horizon. It'll keep you steady. Rally up, people.
Moving.
I got it. I'll fly. Okay, let's focus on the mission.
How would I know? Ugh, cold. You. It's just me.
We're at the extraction point. Let's get her to Bowman and call for a dust-off.
Oh, God! What are you doing to me? It's called tactical field care. Stop being such a pussy.
God!
Here.
Open it. Open it.
Her extract is 10 minutes out.
Oh, fucking hell. I'll be glad to be rid of this whiny bitch. Your little clinic might have bought you some redemption with the rebels, but that crap doesn't play for me. But with a set of lungs like yours, you're gonna be a big hit in prison.
Why don't you just let me die?
The thought had crossed my mind, but 5 years from now, 10, hell, maybe even 50 years from now, when I'm so old I can't even wipe my own ass, it's gonna make me happy to think of little Mousy La Gringa and all those nasty friends she made in prison.
I don't care. I'm happy to go to your prison. A lifetime, 10 lifetimes in prison is better than Sueño. Your worst could never compare to his.
Bowman, we've shifted ops to Caymanas. What have you got for us?
For the past couple of years, the cartel has been experimenting with high-tech submarines as a way to smuggle powder into the U.S. Best we can tell, these subs follow one of the tributaries up to the Amazon, then into the Atlantic for a transit to the Florida coast.
Jesus, it's a couple thousand miles.
Exactly. The man running the program is called El Cerebro. We've got almost nothing on this guy. Rumor has it he's some kind of genius, a real mad scientist type. We know he's been ordering all kinds of military-grade electronics to upgrade his subs capabilities. We need a better picture of what's going on in Caymanas Marine Ops, as well as El Cerebro and his research. Actionable intel on the cartel submarine fleet, take them out. Let's put some hurt on El Cerebro and see how he reacts. Maybe he'll make a mistake and we can grab him.
Sounds good. We're on it.
Most cartel members are violent idiots who are too high to care. But Patricio Mendez Valle, aka El Cerebro, is an oddball genius who's too fucking smart to bother. Nydia Flores spotted his intellect when he was just a kid. She sent him to college in Mexico and later grad school in California. Word is he was too strange and misanthropic for even that crowd. But he popped up on our radar. El Cerebro heads up the cartel's submersible program out of Caymanas. From Caymanas, his semi-submersibles, sometimes carrying as much as 10 tons of cocaine, head downriver to Brazil, then to the Atlantic. From there, floating just a few feet below the surface, they can go all the way to Mexico, even as far as Florida. But smuggling with these semi-submersibles will soon be a thing of the past. He and Nydia have ambitions to make reusable, fully submersible craft. Think what a multi-billion-dollar criminal enterprise could do with a fleet of submarines. Smuggling would be just the start. If we're gonna take down these subs, we need El Cerebro and his jagged-ass brain intact and cooperative. Just remember, he's Nydia's pet project. She She won't give him up easy.
Cantar y a celebrar que nadie nos vencerá.
I'm cool.
Province?
Yeah, Villa Verde. Map shows one major road which leads to the city of Villa Verde. Other than that, looks like a lot of jungle.
Let's give Bowman a call.
Drone is airborne.
Bowman, we're crossing into the province Villa Verde.
Other than a lot of legal coca farms, there's a mine there owned by the cartel. The mine is the cartel's source for pyrolusite. It's used to make chemicals that purify the cocaine, make it nice and white or something.
I think we could screw up that step in production for you.
I don't have intel on who's running things in Villa Verde. Be careful. Gather intel on the Buchon before making any big moves. Bowman out.
Roger that. Target marked. Copy. Target marked.
I'm shooting these fuckers. I think that's all of them. We ought to be able to find some intel around here.
Hola, ¿qué tal? You hear anything about the cartel or the sicarios around here?
Hello.
Gracias.
¿Qué tal? Hostiles in the area. Careful, Sicario's sporting a submachine gun.
Point him out. We spotted one with submachine guns.
Got a Sicario over
I
here.
got another.
By the
That's
stack
five.
of tires. Eyes on the target. Target's marked. Just say the word. Bad guys are marked. Waiting on you, boss. Target acquired. Say the word, boss. Target down. Looks like we've riled them up. Back it up. Back it up.
As always, SPC Radio is not responsible for any harm that may occur as a result of this broadcast. The views expressed wherein are legal, blah, 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 legal, whether to weapon.
Target spotted. Copy. Target marked. Target acquired. Hey, we got a narco. He's down.
And baby makes 3. I got a target carrying submachine guns. Tango marked, but he's got a civilian nearby. Hey, sniper on the roof.
Target set, ready to assault. Got the target. Target marked. Ready to engage. I don't have a shot.
That's a kill.
They heard that guy fall. On your toes.
They found their amigo, dead.
Me lleva la chingada.
Souls are coming this way. What's the plan?
Ready? Fire, fire, fire!
Wilco. Kill confirmed.
I'm opening fire.
There's a weapons case over here. I've been Running one of these.
And in our top story tonight, bloody riots have broken out in the streets between local cocaleros and miners originally hailing from Barbechos. According to police reports, the miners, who are working in the private pyrolusite mine set up by Santa Blanca, are notorious locally for their heavy...
Got no tangos on my radar.
That history.
Clear over here.
I'll fly.
Better not roll this thing. Activity, stay sharp.
I got eyes on a mounted weapon. I'm seeing some kind of camp on the riverside. Lots of sicarios. Lots of go-fast boats.
This is a good spot logistically. They can transport supplies or cocaine faster from here. How much horsepower you think those cigarette boats got? 1,000? Think they need that much when they already own the river?
You want one of these boats, don't you?
Fuck yeah.
Got another tango. That's a kill.
There's a Sicario over here, in the firing post. I got one narco.
Where you got him?
Near the container.
Keep your heads down. Santa Blanca camp ain't a place for tourists.
There any easier way to do this?
Till there is, we've got job security. Let's keep moving.
Heads up, narco with a submachine gun. The HQ building, inside.
We'll leave a marker so the rebels can pick up these supplies later. Deploying drone.
2 Sicarios. There, inside the firing post.
got eyes on the captain. Just spotted one with submachine guns.
Esa vieja es peligrosa.
Hey, we got a narco. By the HQ building.
Yo, I got a weapons case here. I've been wanting one of these. There's another one. That's 10. He's history.
Anda un compa por acá. ¿Aquí hay algo? Algo está pasando. Vámonos a echar una pela.
Target down.
¡Ahí están esos cabrones! ¡Lléngaselos a todos!
Ready? Open fire.
I copy. That tango's down.
Weapons free, weapons free. That's a kill. You think Santa Blanca gives out a lot of these?
Tango's dead. Dropped him. Target eliminated.
Frag out. Come mierda, culeros.
Oh shit, here they come.
Frag out. He's history. Frag out. Frag out. Come in mierda, culeros.
Got nothing to shoot at.
He's dead.
Clear over here.
Yo, we got hostiles.
We got a tango with multiple civilians around.
Necesitamos un descanso, carajo.
Eyes on the target.
Got the target.
Engaging.
You want to check this spot out for intel?
No sé.
Clear on my side. Enemy activity nearby.
¿Ahora qué? ¿Nos van a matar, pues? Paren.
This gives the position of a rebel radio station that just needs a kick to get moving again.
Let's get out there and jumpstart that fucker.
The drone is up. Target marked. Keep an eye on your back.
Copy. Target marked. Target's marked. Just say the word.
Target acquired. Stay. Say the word, boss.
Tango down. We're good. We all in one piece? I got eyes on a sniper. I'm spotting another tango.
I got a Sicario with a minigun.
Tell me where.
By the helo.
That makes 5. He's history. I got another. That's 5.
In position. Target's marked. Just say the word. I've got the target.
Lost the target.
No target. Repeat. No target.
We got civilians dangerously close. Check your targets before you shoot.
Tango down.
Hang back before they spot you.
That's a kill.
Looks like they're feeling broken.
Fire.
Keep it quiet. They know we're here.
Fuck, engage gone.
They're coming right at us. Any ideas, boss?
Target is down. We're clear over here. God, these fuckers are sloppy. Hey, como anda?
Who wants to fuck with the cartel by hijacking a supply chopper and handing it to the rebels? That's a double win for us.
We searching this location for intel?
hate to bother you about this shit, Elway. I know you're busy as hell. Oh, hey, Marcus, forget it, Way. It's nada. What do you need? I need more of the precursor chemicals we're using to refine the cocaine. I thought my supplier with Via B-gas was cool, but the past few weeks, the man is not playing me straight. Can you get your hands on some of this shit for me?
Got something here. Looks like the local boss is a guy named Elway. He has a house in a place called Riverine. Let's check it out. Bowman. The name of the buchon in Villa Verde is Elway.
Elway? We know him. I wasn't sure he was in Villa Verde. He's in charge of processing the pyrolusite into the chemical used to purify the cocaine. An Unidad lieutenant named Bento caused an accident in the processing plant that burned Elway's fucking face off.
Oh, so it was easy to spot in the crowd.
When the bandages came off, Lieutenant Bento made fun of Elway's hamburger face. Elway went after him and almost started a war. Sueño had to step in.
That sounds like a great lever to pull.
Frame Elway for the lieutenant's murder, the war starts up for real. I'll send you some intel on Elway. Bowman out.
Bowman just sent us a video starring none other than Bolivia's butt-ugliest comedian, Elway. Sure to be a barrel of laughs.
This is Elway. Real name, Pedro Gil. And I know the first question you're asking. What the fuck happened to him? You know what pyrolusite is, right? Yeah, neither did I. Pyrolusite, key syllable pyro, by the way, is the shit they mine in Villa Verde province to turn coca leaves into high-quality cocaine. So what, you ask? Elway's father was a miner. His grandfather was a miner. His grandfather's father was a miner. Basically, Elway didn't have many options until El Boquita came along.
You want to make some real money?
Turns out he wanted to make some real money. Turns out, in fact, he was ambitious. Elway wanted to improve pyrolusite to produce the best cocaine the world has ever seen. Ever hear the expression, it blew up in his face? According to our sources, Elway is a generally affable guy. Good to his workers, cool with Unidad. Just don't ever make a joke about his face.
There might be some intel around here.
Sniper, top
Got a
of the
couple
tower.
of narcos by the camp entrance. I got 2 Sicarios.
I don't see him.
By the camp entrance. Copy. Target marked. I don't have a shot. Roger. Target acquired. Lost my target.
Tango down. Drone is airborne. I got a target carrying submachine guns. That's a kill.
Aquí hay algo.
Listen up for a special message from El Sueño.
Brothers and sisters, hermanos, Bolivia has been good to us, and it is the nature of Santa Blanca to return their generosity.
Check this out. The head of the miners' union in Villa Verde, this guy named Chango, flat out hates how the cartel treats workers here.
Sounds like we have a lot in common.
Bet he'd be happy to lend us a hand with fucking up their pyrolusite supply chain.
Our last years in comfort, as long as the individual does not have a history of aiding Pac-Katari and the rebels, the cartel will aid him or her. When your government leaves your parents or grandparents to fend for themselves, Santa Blanca will provide.
¿No quieren darse un tiro, pues?
Wilco, got the target.
That's a kill. Clear. How you guys holding up?
I got it. I'll fly.
Hold up. We got hostile activity.
I got a Sicario with a submachine gun.
Point him out.
There, on the catwalk. Damn, these guys got mortars.
Got another Tango. Tango number 3. I got eyes in a lab over here.
We should get Bowman on the horn before we turn that place into dust.
Right. I'll give her a heads up so she can get to finding the next one.
Eyes on the cartel element.
Bowman, you found one of the pyrolusite labs.
Good work. Now that we know what they might look like, let me see if I can find any others in the area. And there it is. Transmitting the new location to you now. We need to find a way to drive a wedge between El Way and Unidad's Lieutenant Bento. See what you can dig up.
All right, I'm in.
made it. I'll call the rebels so they can haul it out later.
Right. And then for us, it's cerveza time.
We need to find a way to drive a wedge between El Way and Unidad's Lieutenant Bento. See what you can dig up.
Bad guys in the area.
Careful, Sicario's sporting a submachine gun. Next to the dump.
Spotting another tango.
Eyes on a gun.
I got eyes on a mounted weapon. I got a third target.
Copy. Eyes on the target.
He makes 5.
Yo, 2 cartel gunmen. Over at the dump. Target acquired. Standing by. 2 Sicarios. Close to the dump.
That brings us to 10. Just spotted one with submachine guns. Get a load of this. It has to be the cartel's operation center for Villa Verde.
The local Buchan should have quarters there. Let's take a gander.
Opening fire.
Got him. He's down.
That was fucking close. Eyes on a narco with a submachine gun. Front of the HQ building.
We must set our sights on the opposite side of the world, Asia. We will take our cocaine to the Far East. As the Asian economy has grown, as trade agreements between countries have opened up, opportunities for Santa Blanca.
Enemy marked. We'll go.
Many of our amigos.
I got a narco over here. Over there, next to the container.
Got the target.
And we will benefit from these relationships. The future of Santa
Target
Blanca
marked.
is before us.
I got eyes on a bunch of Sicarios in the HQ building. I'm opening fire.
Narco with a damn minigun next to the building entrance.
Hostile down.
Who need that chopper? Stay low. We got a Sicario.
I don't see him.
There, inside the firing post.
Deploying drone.
Tangos are marked. What's the word? I've got the target. Eyes on the target.
It's 15 hombres.
Say the word, boss. Lost visual on the target.
I got a narco over here. There, inside the firing post.
Bad guys are marked, waiting on you, boss.
Ready to engage. That tango's down.
I got a spot. Back there.
Suaves y con carácter. Tabaco fino tostado a la manera tradicional. Humitos con filtro. La mejor compañía para quien sabe disfrutar
Target down.
de un buen cigarro.
Humitos con filtro. A la venta en su stand. This is Nidia Flores. If you're a buchona like I am, your entire life people have called you bossy, Madonna. For me, my mother was the first person to call me Madonna. Then it was the other niños at school. As I got older, it was boyfriends, co-workers. And let's be honest, my mother has never stopped calling me Madonna. People say it's because they expect a woman to be pleasant and sweet.
Standing by.
O sea,
Target
there
set,
are
ready
even
to assault.
some women out there, successful women, who want to ban
Say
the
the word.
actual word bossy. But people who are satisfied
Lost my
with
target.
bossy, who don't act bossy, even if they don't like the word, they don't get what they fucking want. They don't make millions of dollars a month shipping products all over the world. They don't have a hacienda or hundreds of sicarios ready to die for them. So chicas, be mandonas, be bossy. If you're una cubita and you're not una cabrona, you won't ever be the fucking boss.
Got eyes on the cartel HQ building. Let's get a closer look. Ready? Open fire.
Roger that. They know we're here. Drop them.
Look at this little arsenal.
These are homemade shotgun shells. Mexican pesos and birdshot inside.
That's a signature. When Elway shoots somebody, he wants everyone to know it was him. Let's grab these and give Bowman a call.
Enemy reinforcements incoming. They're gonna be on top of us in another few seconds. What do we do?
Target down.
Fuck, they're coming right at us.
Guys ready? Fire.
Roger that.
I called the rebels for mortar fire.
We copy. Fire for effect. Out.
I like the idea of this load of pesos and birdshot.
When I was a kid, a neighbor used to fill his shotgun with rock salt instead.
That's some hardcore shit. Blasting salt into the wound.
Hey, Bowman.
Tango
I've
down.
got a plan to trap Elway. How about we kill the Unidad captain and leave Elway's signature shells at the scene to pin it on him? Sound good?
Devious. Make it happen.
No hostiles evident.
I'll fly.
Drone is up.
I got a generator over here.
Sniper out there.
There are light panels
Here's
here.
Captain Bento.
Let's take him out.
I got a target carrying submachine guns. They got alarms rigged up. Here's target number 5. Marking an enemy.
Eyes on the target.
I've got the target.
Target spotted.
Say the word, boss. That tango's down. We're good, we're good.
Eyes on a pair of grunts at the entrance to the camp.
Just spotted one with submachine guns.
Tangos are marked. What's the word?
Target marked.
Roger that, target marked.
Si le sacan acá tendrá mi agradecimiento eterno. Escucha, brother. Vamos, brother, haga su trabajo.
They're on alert. Firing. Copy.
Justo lo que
Target
buscaba
marked.
para acabar con esos cerdos.
Get ready. Fire.
A copy. Oh, shit.
Therapeutic, sacred, and social functions, Boca is the ancient plant that's now the new superfood. Now, everywhere in your grocery store, spice rack to the soda aisle, Boca is the new fat food throughout the Andean region. La Sociedad Nacional de los Productores de Boca is the energy-boosting and appetite-suppressing all-natural herb gets from our
Think I can wear this with my Class A uniform?
Tango down.
SNBC, bringing the best of
That's it, we're clear.
Indigenous populations cultivated the gold and silver in the mountains.
light panels here.
So miners, what is your pinche fucking problem? Who gives a shit if outside investment has taken over the mines? We improved your shit.
Talk to the local union leader in Villa Verde and see if you can get him to convince the miners to stop digging pyrolusite for the cartel.
Fucking lives. Shit. If you like it,
I'm cool. Let's. Move. We got company. Stay sharp.
I got a target carrying submachine guns. Tango number 3. Tango marked. He's a little close to civilians. That car's got an alarm.
Heads up, we got a turret. Check your targets. We got civilians in the area.
As long as the army gets away with shit like this, we're never gonna turn this country around. That's the Union leader.
Let's go talk to him.
Just about everywhere we go and throw lead, the kids still find the time to play. We hear you'd like to get those SB soldiers off your back.
Por supuesto. Who wants to work like a slave for those narcos?
If we could make that happen, would you be willing to abandon the mines for good?
Pero no pueden. You can just kill off every Santa Blanca soldier in the country.
If we could manage it, we would. But we can take out enough of them for you to have the time to gather your families and flee.
Se lo agradezco mucho. Santa Blanca has taken over our place in San Marquesa. Clear out that mine, and we should be able to get free.
That we can make happen.
Talk to the local union leader in Villa Verde and see if you can get him to convince the miners to stop digging pyrolusite for the cartel.
Drone is airborne. Enemy marked. Just spotted one with submachine guns. Sniper up in the tower. I got eyes on a mounted weapon.
Tangos are
Target marked. Keep an eye on your background.
Roger. Target acquired. Got the target.
Good to go. Target lost.
He's down. Target acquired. Target's marked. Just say the word.
Target acquired. Standing by.
Ready. Call the shot.
¡Ay, no! ¿Qué vienen a hacer aquí?
Target is down. I think they found their pal.
Look alive. This is the miners' district, and it's crawling with Santa Blanca. We clear them out, and those miners are one step closer to leaving these parts for honest work. Ready? Fire, fire, fire!
Roger.
¿Qué chingados esperan? ¡A partir de la madre con todo! ¡Vamos a enseñarles quién manda! ¡Disparen!
Oh, fuck, they're heading this way. I'm engaging tangos.
Target eliminated.
Got nothing to shoot at. You guys all good? Damn, I love this job.
How are we looking?
We're clear over here.
Clear. I could use some rounds.
Clear here. That got kind of stressful, huh? Well, if you didn't want to be a gunfighter, you should have joined the Peace Corps.
Let's go.
Go on, I'll be right with you.
No venimos a ver si podíamos. Venimos porque podíamos. Santa Blanca Radio. Todo el poder de México transmitiendo con 100.000 watts de potencia. Santa Blanca Radio. La voz de los patrones.
This is a message from the Free Rebel Forces of Bolivia. El Mudo, head of Santa Blanca security, has been captured while trying to flee the country. Time and again, rebel forces have tested the cartel's forces, and we have revealed the weakness behind their menacing appearance. Rebel victories in Bolivia have been so decisive that the very head of their fighting arm lost his nerve and tried to escape our justice. Without El Mudo to guide them, the cartel's forces are a shambles. Our total victory, Bolivia's liberation from the foreign invaders, is closer than ever before. Join us, amigos, as we march towards victory. Join us as we march to a new Bolivia.
Got a tango.
I got a target carrying
here.
I got a third.
Eyes on a gun turret. Eyes on a gun turret.
I called Pacatari for some reinforcements. Rally on me.
Copy.
Hold your position.
Copy that.
That's a kill. Ready? Open fire.
Copy that.
I'm shooting these fuckers.
¿Qué chingados esperan? ¡A partir de la madre con todo! ¡Vamos a enseñarles quién manda! ¡Disparen!
They're coming this way. Enemy down. What do you want us to do?
Target
Hostiles
down.
evident. We rattle the cage.
You'd think with all their money, the cartel would make a nicer medal. That ought to keep their polvo from turning nice and white.
You know pyrolusite is used to filter water, too.
There are other ways to manage that, though, right?
Fuck it. I was drinking bottled water anyway.
Boludo, vos eres un boludo, huevón. Esa mujer te va a arruinar. ¿Quieres que te sea un desculo, hijo de puta? ¿Eso quieres? No, huevón. Porque puedo volver a la boca, pero no salgo vivo. Me culean y luego
Cómo
me
me gustaba
matan.
estar arreglando los cacharros.
La virlocha de su mujer me pegó. ¿Porque usted le gritó que era una ranfla? Pues sí, compa. Esa chola es una ranfla. Te voy a dar, hijo de puta, te voy a dar. Boludo, vos eres...
Last week, a crude explosive detonated outside the U.S. Embassy in La Paz, Bolivia.
El Yayo was born.
Katrine Svensson, La Gringa. How does a PhD from MIT end up as the chief chemist of the Santa Blanca cartel? Like all cynics, she started out as an idealist. La Gringa came to Bolivia to help the people. The poor, the downtrodden, the sick. She loved them, and they loved her. Working for an NGO called Hands Over Bolivia, she did research to develop a new vaccine for yellow fever. It was meant to be produced easier and cheaper, making it more readily available to more people in a shorter time. Then, disaster struck. She lost all her funding and was vilified by the scientific community. Of course, La Gringa hadn't been involved in the scandal, but it didn't matter. She lost everything. After that, well, you know what? Thanks to the NSA's prison program, we can hear it in her own words.
How much did you earn, Sonrisa?
40,000 a year?
I spend more on my dogs. I will pay you 100 times what you are making.
To do what?
Quality control. Working from Okoro, you can develop the best, most potent, most pure cocaine in the world.
I came here to help people survive.
La Gringa, my darling. How do you think the people survive?
Since his rise to power, El Sueño has been responsible for more than 7,000 murders, 12,000 kidnappings, and 17,000 disappearances. So then how the fuck is he one of the most loved people on the goddamn internet? I mean, this piece of shit has more likes than the World Cancer Society. How does that even happen? Well, one reason would be Ramon Feliz, Santa Blanca narco blogger. Feliz wasn't always like this. He used to be a real journalist. Working the crime beat for a Mexican newspaper, he wrote about the cartels. Until the cartels started targeting journalists. Forced to choose between reporting the news and their employees, the newspapers made a hard decision. They stopped reporting on the cartels. So Ramon Feliz went underground. With anonymity on his side, he started a blog, and he went after Santa Blanca. Hard. Maybe too hard. Sueño hired hackers from a number of top universities and had them track down Feliz. Things only went downhill from there. Nowadays, Ramon Feliz no longer writes about Santa Blanca. Ramon Feliz writes for Santa Blanca. Influence, the fine art of persuasion. The Santa Blanca cocaine production pipeline, led by El Yayo. It all starts in the fields with the harvesting of the Erythroxylum novogranitens, aka the coca plant. Of the 200 known species of Erythroxylum, only 2 contain usable levels of cocaine, so you have to know what you're planting. El Yayo knows what he's planting. First, his people strip the leaves off the plant. Then the leaves are dried, finally chopped, and sent to the lab. That's where this chick comes in. La Gringa here is an American chemist with Mensa-level IQ and sub-zero morality numbers. They take the chopped leaves, dust them with lime. That's right, lime. Then pour diesel fuel all over them. Stir for 3 days. You can use a washing machine or a cement mixer, but Santa Blanca does it by hand. Then, they mix all this shit with sulfuric acid, a dash of caustic soda, and bam, cocaine paste. You dry it, chuck in more acid, and pretty soon you got powder. But now you have to purify it because no one wants to snort yellow powder. It's gross. So, a little more acid, some potassium permanganate, pyrolusite. Hungry yet? Filter it with ammonia and beautiful, pure white cocaine. But everyone knows how to do this, right? What makes Santa Blanca so special? What makes SB a brand? Because they figured it out. How to mass produce a custom product. Plant genetics, logistics, mechanization, state-of-the-art labs, reduction of redundancies, quality control, purity of chemicals, and, of course, the secret sauce. They're geniuses. They've taken coke production into the 22nd century. What Henry Ford did for the factory, they've done for the lab. They're innovators, they're pioneers, they're SB.
Innovation versus experience. Technology versus tradition. Youth versus age. La Gringa versus El Yayo. I had been hoping they would complement each other, but they could not get along. They were too different.
I have been producing cocaine this way for years.
That's exactly the problem.
Our product was so good, the demand was only increasing. We couldn't keep up. I don't care how you do it. Science, tradition, or voodoo. Just make more. Or I'll find someone that can. I had told El Yayo and La Gringa to step up production. They claimed they were doing their best. Obviously, I had not been clear enough. This man's life was in your hands, and this is what you've done with it.
I can't do this anymore. Please, just let me go home. I swear to God, I won't tell anyone what happened here.
Sometimes I don't think you take me seriously. Next time I will show you how serious I can be. Desperate people make desperate mistakes, and I had made El Yayo and La Gringa desperate. I pressured them too much. But I had no choice. The attacks on our production were increasing. It was hurting our supply chain. If something was not done, we would lose our market share. So I pushed them to produce more coke. They couldn't do it, so they started to cut it, dilute it, lower the quality to increase the quantity. An understandable mistake, but a mistake nevertheless. I had spent years branding Santa Blanca, a quality product, the best in the world, a primo price for a primo product. Problem was, the product wasn't primo anymore. And someone had to pay for that. El Yayo was born amidst the Bolivian coca. His mother carried him on her back until he was old enough to go to work for himself. For decades, Yayo picked the leaves, fingers blistered, back aching, feet bleeding. But never, in all that time, did he once extract the alkaloids to make cocaine. To Yayo, the coca leaf was an ancient tradition, going back 8,000 years, a medicine, a culture, una planta sagrada. Of course, the Americanos had a different opinion. They called it Plan Dignidad, the dignity plan. Although Yayo was no more than a farmer, un cocalero, his world was left in ruins. With no other means available, he was forced to do the one thing that he vowed never to do. He was forced to produce cocaine. In the end, the Americans' efforts to stop cocaine production created one of the greatest cocaine producers to ever live.
What's up, Karen? Thanks for that intel on the rival cartel. A bit of misinformation, all that cloak and daggery stuff, it helped out with that Sicario El Jefe made me interrogate. And I'd like to say that my afternoon with Yuri and Polito was the first time I'd ever enjoyed hurting a prisoner, but that'd be a lie.
I won't pretend I feel guilty about it, but it's not something I advertise. And I feel like we can be the bad guy just as much as we can be the good guy. You know what I mean? Like these two lovebirds, for all that bad shit they're capable of, they are just as capable of doing good shit. And they've got this reputation as total psychos, which, they probably are, but most of their interrogation methods are textbook, straight out of the manual from the School of the Americas. And the rest of it, all that kinky shit Polito says he got out of some sexy French novel called Story of the Eye. Look, I'm not defending them, I'm not. I'm just saying that they're not creative. And if they're not thinking up wacky pit and pendulum type stuff, and if they are able to be as in love as they are, well, they can't be like pure evil. Yuri and Polito just admit out loud in polite company that they enjoy hurting other people, which just makes them weird and psycho, but not evil, right?
Influence, the fine art of persuasion, the winning of hearts and minds, the grabbing of the short hairs and holding on. Santa Blanca, smart fucks that they are, figured it out. It's not enough to control the events, you have to control the story. El Cardinal, a true believer in Santa Muerte. If you're trying to influence people, it's an advantage to have God on your side. In this case, the skinny lady, the White Sister, the saint of holy death, Santa Muerte herself. Because, let's be honest, there's some things even God won't do for you. El Cardinal, he's on the radio, TV, live appearances, concerts. If El Sueño controls the population through bribery and fear, El Cardinal holds them with something much more powerful. Their souls. How would you like to avoid eternal damnation? Well, luckily, all you have to do is support the Santa Blanca cartel, and you will. On the other end of the public-private scale is Ramon Feliz, the narco-blogger. Don't let the quiet demeanor fool you. He's the SB's social media maven. He's their digital game. A tragic case, Feliz. He used to be a serious journalist, trying to expose the cartel for the psychotic, sociopathic dirtbags that they are. But they turned him. Now, he cranks out SB propaganda like his life depended on it. For his blog, for Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. If you're not into El Cardinal, you're into Feliz. They get you both ways. These two are the yin and yang of the Santa Blanca influence machine. The sacred and the profane, the public and the private, the heart and the mind.
All priests like to hear themselves talk, don't they? But as the saying goes, talk is cheap. El Cardinal knew this was true. His people were barely surviving, and he wanted to do something. He had to help those in need. He didn't care where the support came from. But there were others who thought he was making deals with the devil. He was cast out. He lost his family, his friends. Lo perdió todo. When I found him, he was a broken man. I brought him into Santa Blanca to preach the truth of the new faith.
For we are wed to death from the moment we are born, and we must come to love her more than we love our lives. Sacred and blessed death, the goddess of darkness can free you from sickness and evil. Do you offer your heart and soul over to her?
He baptized me in the true faith. He is my counselor, my conscience. I do. The only person I truly trust with my soul. Ramon Feliz, blogger, academic, internet journalist. All he ever wanted was to tell the truth. But whose truth? His? Feliz thought that there is only one truth, but we know that truth, like history, is written by the winner. His blog slandered me day after day after day. Por supuesto, something had to be done. So I hired hackers to track him down and offered him a job. I explained that telling my truth was much more preferable. My truth kept him alive. All Ramon Feliz ever wanted was to tell the truth. Now he had more truth than he could bear.
Most cartel members are violent idiots who are too high to care. But Patricio Mendez Valle, aka El Cerebro, is an oddball genius who's too fucking smart to bother. Nydia Flores spotted his intellect when he was just a kid. She sent him to college in Mexico and later grad school in California. Word is he was too strange and misanthropic for even that crowd. But he popped up on our radar. El Cerebro heads up the cartel's submersible program out of Jimenez. From Jimenez, his semi-submersibles, sometimes... All the sicarios in the world ain't worth piss if you don't have the accountants to wash the money clean. Octavio Allende is the accountant that does Sueño's laundry. They call him El Pulpo, the octopus, because he's got his tentacles everywhere. You take him out, a lot of other pieces no longer connect, but I want to use him as a weapon. Pulpo is management, and he knows it. Instead of an AK-47, he has a briefcase, and he uses it to open doors to businesses, to cement relationships with politicians and police, and to make the cartel's money something they can spend. Thanks to El Pulpo, in addition to its illegal enterprises, Santa Blanca has its cash in numerous legit businesses. El Sueño has brought El Pulpo to Bolivia to audit Nydia Flores. Cash from Brazil comes into Barvechos, where much of it is laundered into the mining consortium. Nydia's profits must be looking a little light. They say every man has a fatal flaw. El Baquita's is love. A smuggler from the age of 6, El Baquita's father used to tape Acapulco gold on his son's body and then send him across the border. He called these trips vacaciones familiares, family vacations. By the time he was 13, Baquita was a trapechiador, a master smuggler. Cigarettes, alcohol, name-brand clothes, DVDs, oil, wildlife, weapons, and of course, people. One time, he even smuggled in half a kilo of yellow cake uranium. If someone wanted it, El Baquita could move it. But it was never really about the money. For him, it was the rush, until he met the beauty queen. Nydia Flores saw his talent and made him her right-hand man. Nydia was the brains, Baquita was the brawn. The thing is, he was head over heels from the moment he first laid eyes on her. Nydia never felt the same way, but one drunken night she gave in. A little bit of sperm roulette, and 9 months later, they had a daughter, Valeria. They say every man has a fatal flaw. El Buquita has two. All right, let's do this. The Santa Blanca Cocaine Superhighway. Every year, more than 350 tons of coke leaves Bolivia, reaching about 20 million users worldwide. That means they're pulling in an average of $2 billion a week. How do they do it? 3 little words. Air, land, sea. All coordinated by the head of smuggling, Nydia Flores, La Reina de Belleza, the beauty queen, and her right-hand man, the ravishing, the bewitching, the delectable El Buquita. Ouch. Somebody get that guy a Band-Aid. The problem is, you see these guys on the news, you see decapitations, you see monsters, but you don't see the whole picture. These people are fucking geniuses. Case in point, you see tits, Nydia Flores sees opportunity. You see scrap metal, Nydia Flores sees submarines. You see holy water, Nydia Flores sees liquid cocaine. Because Nydia Flores is a fucking genius. You really want to shut down the cocaine superhighway? Hit the drugs, hit the money, then hit the beauty queen.
For Santísima Muerte so loved the Santa Blanca cartel that she gave us her only begotten daughter, that whoever believeth in her should not perish, but have everlasting life. Many years ago, we were in trouble, in la desesperación, on the verge of extinction, being torn to pieces by the snakes and ratas. I believed that hope was lost, that it was too late for us. Era el fin. But just when I was ready to give up, it happened. Nydia Flores came forth, known to us as La Reina de Belleza, the beauty queen. And with her, she brought prosperity, wealth, and retribution. We feel her charity, su amor, deep in our hearts. As she continues to spread her gospel across the world, to every corner of the globe, praise to Saint Nydia, Queen of Queens, Reina de Reinas, Goddess among mongrels. My security forces were...
Un boludo, huevón. Esa mujer te va a arruinar. ¿Dónde es culo, hijo de puta? ¿Eso quieres?